crashed into the trunks of Marcos Ramirez, and you can label the death as SIDS or part of God's plan, but the only true definition is unspeakable horror, but yet he goes on. Marcos Ramirez, he came into the ring fit and ready tonight at 126 pounds, 5'8", a perfect 24-0 with 16 knockouts from right here in Kansas City. Starred on our air in August 2005, but since that win over Chris Smalls, he's had just 3 fights while dealing with the tragic circumstances of the loss of his son. His most recent win was nearly 7 months ago. Adailton de Jesus, 29 years old, and from the same area of Brazil that produced Acelino Freitas, 19-0, 17 knockouts. 4th fight in the United States for de Jesus. First outside of South Florida. Prior to his pro career, he was an amateur star in Brazil. Claimed a national title. He was unable to go to the Olympics because of a hand injury. De Jesus told us that hometown pressure that you can hear building here in this arena, he thinks he can capitalize on as Ramirez will make mistakes. Ramirez says he'll fight in control. Here's how Teddy Atlas sees the fight plan.
Look for both these undefeated fighters to make a splash tonight on television. Look for Ramirez, who I will play, to do it with the right hand. He's always looking for that right hand in a very deliberate fashion. And he's going to be in there with a more lively De Jesus, who's going to be going in and out, using his speed a little bit. But look for Ramirez to look for the right hand. Bang, right there. In between a wide left hook from De Jesus. You know straight right hands beat hooks. But De Jesus tonight, we talked about him being a little bit quicker, a little bit more lively. We also talked about Ramirez, who Saul's going to play, being standard and needing to be set to punch. De Jesus should take advantage of that. If he's quicker, he should go in and out a little bit, maybe a little side to side, use those quicker hands. But mostly what he's going to look for is an opportunity to throw his favorite punch, the uppercut. That opportunity is going to be there when Ramirez covers up. Bang, bang, left or right, either way you like it. Uppercuts will work for De Jesus.
Teddy and Saul at the Plaza Fountain, one of over 200 fountains in this city of fountains. Mike England is the referee, and they are scheduled for 12 rounds.
Okay, fellas, I gave you instructions in the dressing room. I expect a tough, clean fight and obey my commands at all times. Got any questions? Anything below the belly button? Your pants are up here, so he's going to be able to hit a little bit of the pants. Same thing here. You're going to be able to hit on the line. Got any questions about that? Good luck to both of you. God bless you. Come out fighting this bell.
A look at the ring experience sponsored by Just for Men Hair Color. Ramirez has fought for 1 more year as a pro, has had 6 more fights, 93 total rounds to 56. He also had over 100 amateur fights. 26-year-old Ramirez unbeaten from Kansas City against the unbeaten De Jesus. De Jesus in the camouflage trunks, Ramirez in the silver with red.
I don't know if it is show early, but I will say it early. De Jesus has never been past 8 rounds. Ramirez has been 12 rounds one time where it can show early. Most people say, Teddy, it's going to show late. That De Jesus starts to wear out a little bit when he gets into the late rounds. But it can show early, Joe, because maybe De Jesus worries a little bit in the back of his mind, in those shadows of his mind, about pacing himself, and he doesn't use that quickness early on and get that edge, that lead that I think he's going to need down the stretch with Ramirez.
Jab from Ramirez. Moments ago, De Jesus landed a right uppercut.
It's a mental game, and there's so many things that can dictate how somebody reacts in that landscape mentally.
Adailton de Jesus came from humbling beginnings in a small town in Brazil. His father died before he was even born. His mother was a housekeeper, and as a young boy, he was put to work early on selling newspapers and collecting bus money.
Well, one thing that De Jesus should not do, talking about buses and collecting bus money, should not stand at the bus stop or right in front of Ramirez. Ramirez needs to be set to punch, likes to go to the body a little bit, looking for that right hand all the time. De Jesus, I think, a little quicker with his feet, maybe a little bit livelier with his hands, needs to go in and out, side to side a little bit. Keep Ramirez from being set. Take advantage of Ramirez being a little deliberate. You can
Right
see
hand to the body.
You see it right there, Joe, the deliberateness of Ramirez. Never wants to waste much. That's good. You don't get out of position. You can get out hustled and outworked early on, though. Again, you see the quickness, I think, advantage of De Jesus and the ability to go in and out and to change directions and come at you from different places and different angles that Ramirez doesn't do. But also, with that, comes a little bit of a risk. De Jesus, sometimes when he gets lively, will leave himself a little open. Drop his hands a little bit like that.
Opened up right there. Ramirez just missed from scoring big on him.
De Jesus definitely more lively. And you can see Ramirez definitely more deliberate. But is more lively better? We will find out. And again, more lively from De Jesus sometimes does that. Comes in fat, will leave himself open.
Pretty good looking first round between Adailton De Jesus and Marcos Ramirez here on Wednesday Night Fights. Ramirez in the silver trunks here in front of his home fans, 24-0. He's fought a lot here in this Kansas City area. This is his first fight of 2007. In that first round, Adailton De Jesus had 26 connects. 15 of them went to the body. Now both men going to the body. Ramirez scored with the left hand.
In the first round of the night, we were talking about not getting into a speed contest with somebody quicker, but using something called timing when somebody's quicker. Ramirez needs to use timing, I believe, with De Jesus. Set his feet and just wait for De Jesus to come to him and time him when he comes to him like that.
Did so with a left hand, and now he gets to the inside, fires off a combination, and De Jesus very active, swinging wide to the body, and he gets the warning from referee Mike England that those need to come up a bit.
De Jesus will be, as we said, more lively, more active, but he will be more open as he is more lively.
Good left hand from Marcos Ramirez, and now he's hunting, coming forward, and he sends him back with another left hook, and now Ramirez tries to corner him, and he scores with a straight right as De Jesus looks to tie up and has blood coming from his nose.
Well, the key right here, I think Ramirez will get another chance to zing De Jesus. But the key will be, does he get tied up, or does he make sure that he doesn't smother himself, keeps just enough room, like he's doing right now, to keep the offense flowing.
Chopping right hand that time. Ramirez, can he keep that separation?
The accurate, more concise punches of Ramirez, the tighter punches of Ramirez, the more deliberate style of Ramirez, serving him with the loose style of De Jesus.
Blood streaming from the nose of Adailton De Jesus after those two left hooks early on in this second round. Still very game is the unbeaten Brazilian. We talk about it often, Teddy. An undefeated fighter doesn't know how to lose, such is the case with De Jesus.
See, this is where the deliberateness of Ramirez is hurting him a little bit. He's allowing De Jesus to recover, to have a slow pace, to have a moment, to have a pit stop, if you will. And De Jesus taking advantage of it. Ramirez is served by that deliberate style when he does that. When he's working, when he doesn't waste anything, he doesn't leave himself open. But then there are moments where he allows an opponent to escape and to survive a little bit. De Jesus may have escaped some big danger this round.
Big round for Marcos Ramirez. His wife Rochelle looking on. You could imagine what an emotional evening it is for them. Adailton De Jesus, he opened up in that second round. Ramirez was able to catch him with the left hooks. And Ramirez sent him back. Teddy, let's take a look back at that action.